A year ago, in the busy western rural town of Busia, a 16-year-old girl was making her way home from a burial when darkness fell on the town and on her. 6 village boys allegedly defiled her and thereafter threw her in a pit latrine, leaving her for dead. A year later, and her story continues to be told through such messages. Justice for Liz, the only way her story remains alive. And justice is demanded by all those who remember. Remember how the boys were punished for their alleged crime by slashing grass at a nearby police station as she suffered from fistula and near paralysis. This was a peaceful demonstration attended by men and women, young and old, in the larger county, and that demanded justice not only for Liz, but for the hundreds who continued to be raped and their cases buried in the fold. Like this 50-year-old who walked the 10 kilometers to tell her granddaughter's story, a 12-year-old allegedly raped by a family member.
Nilishtukia mtoto akiwa tumbo yake nikiona tumbo ni kubwa, nikamuita nikamuuliza kuja hapa. Mtoto vile alikuja vile nilimfunua nguo nikapata huyu mtoto mpaka lazima kuwe na mimba.
But who was told that her granddaughter had to give birth so that the DNA could be matched before any arrests were made. 9 months later, and her 12-year-old has the baby, but little else.
Sasa ameharibiwa wa maisha, naye bado ni mtoto. Ni mtoto ule mtoto mwenye amebeba mtoto.
Mary Makoha, who has remained in the forefront in the fight against sexual violence, tells me more than 8,600 rape cases have been reported. 207 cases since Lisa's case was reported last year. Most of them never pursued.
The youngest child that I have on my list who was defiled was a 6-month-old who was defiled by a 32-year-old. I have children 1 year, 1.5, 6 years, 3 years. There is this culture of silence in Busia. Kind of, okay, sometimes people are threatened to silence, sometimes they are bribed to silence, but most of the time it is just that don't care attitude. You know, it is like, it is not my child and I don't want trouble.
But this 50-year-old tells me the silence sometimes isn't intentional.
Naona kama wanaume wamewachiliwa. Hata wakifanya kitu kama hiyo hawachukuliwi maanani. Ndio mimi naona wameenea kufanya kitu kwa ajili. Hata wakifanya kitu, hata kufungwa wanafungwa na tena wanarudi wanafanya nini? Bado wanarudi kwa maboma na wanaendelea na hiyo kitu.
Lisa's case has eventually gone to court, with its first hearing beginning Tuesday before Senior Principal Magistrate Margaret Wambui. Only one of the 6 suspects have ever been arrested since, what saw the case eventually postponed to September until the County Commissioner of Police explains why the other 5 boys have never been rearrested a year on.
Please. Not even just to say that the case has started. No. That is his mandate. Please, let me not take that away from him. Please.
The State Council has remained apprehensive in providing us with any details and or information with regard to the case. They are, however, adamant that the law will take its course in a case that is expected to set precedents not only here in Busia County, but across the country. Evelyn Wambui, Citizen TV at the Busia Law Courts.